Alright, now moving on to the arms. That's the next part in this build. Got all the pieces laid out for left and right. Now we're going to start at step 1, and that is these two little pieces here. This is under frame, so if you want a clean looking kit, you don't have to worry too much about nub marks, because unless it's going to cause pieces to not fit correctly, you'll be fine. It just pushes right into the hole there, just like that, so it can rotate. And do that for the left side as well. Okay. Then we have these two little pieces here, and they just sandwich together like this. And it's really easy to match up the holes on these because it lines up with a specific spot. So if you look in there, you can see that kind of T-shaped section there. That's the piece on the back side that just pushes into its spot. Just like this. Alright. Now we've got some accent pieces to do. Most notably, oh, and I forgot to snip a piece off here, so it's one of the gold pieces. Actually, it's a couple pieces, but so we need the cuff pieces. Here we go. So this is the piece we're looking at. So let me just snip off the other one real quick. Just like this. Alright. Now these pieces are accent pieces, so you've got, whoop, and I keep dropping it. So these little black pieces here, you got two of them, one for each side. They slip on top of this, and one on this side like so, just pushes in there. And these made up really well. They did a really good job on this kit of making these black pieces. Oop. Do I have a nub? Oh, I have a nub that's getting in the way there. So you can just take your flush cutters and just nip that off if you have that. If you got a bigger one or you want to get a little bit finer, again, you can just go over it with the X-Acto knife. I'll do that from time to time to get a nice smooth edge on that. And there we go. But this kit is really, really well done in the fit of these. They fit really nicely in there. And then one for the other side. I don't see any gate marks on there, so we're good. So that one fit in. Yeah, got a couple on this side too. Just kind of trim that off real quick. Smooth it out. And push that into place there. There we go. Okay. And now the arms. So the way they tell you to do this is they want you to pull the hand off. So I'm going to set it over here, which is where my knolling of parts to left and right kind of helps. So what you want to do is take this first. As you're looking at it, you want to rotate this piece around so that's in the front, just like that. This piece here then rotates. It's a little ball and socket, and then this rotates up like so, and sometimes if you're having trouble getting some of these smaller parts to move, if you take your tweezers, you can rotate it just like that. That'll help, because this needs to push right into this groove here. Just like that. So it fits right into that little groove there, so that when you move it, it slides along that groove just like that. Then they say you want to take this and pull it forward and rotate it like this. So it's like that. Well, actually they say it should be an angle, not all the way down. And then we take this piece here. It's got multiple articulation points there. It needs to fit into this groove right along here. So that, you just kind of go like that, and now you can straighten that part out. There we go. Now we start mating all the pieces to it. So we've got the shoulder pieces here, which are going to fit right onto there. These pieces here then fit onto here, and this flat piece then faces towards the back, because this is how it's going to fit into the torso, I do believe, on this kit. And then this piece here sandwiches over the top like so. Now we've got these pieces here that are going to fit onto here, and so this is this side and this side, and they're going to slip onto this little piece here. If I could hang on to him here. So what you want to do and we also need I missed a couple other pieces, so give me just a second to snip those out. So we need so here are those pieces that I missed, and they just fit on here onto this piece like so. Clips onto there, and this little piece here, this pushes in on the bottom like so. There we go. Then this goes in these here. And it so it's going to fit on this piece here like so. Okay. And then that piece then pushes onto here like so. And this piece that's the wrong side. This piece if I could hang on to it here. Oop. Suppose it would help if I put it on the right side first. Didn't realize that when I was looking at it, but yep, it's got to fit over that little piece there. So then it fits onto there. And this piece then sandwiches in onto this one just like that. There we go. Okay. Now we've got these small little round pieces here. These are the joint covers. They that would explain that actually. Hang on just a second. I need to grab my E1 runner because the joint covers need to go onto this piece here that I missed. Oh boy, I missed quite a few getting prepped for this one. It's alright. I can just do some quick snipping here. I cut away for the last one just because there were a few parts that I missed and it took me a minute to find them all. So this, okay, goes into this spot here and presses in. There we go. Okay, so now this piece has little splines on the back that match up, so you can kind of angle things a little bit if you want. You can make it so that everything's facing the right way if you want to be that meticulous about it. So you can put them so that they're straight on or rotated or however. I think I'm going to make them so that they're angled. Let's see if I can get them to be angled the same direction here. There we go. Just like that. Then this piece we put together earlier presses onto the front. You see the little spots here and this little spot here. Now you've got this little line here that matches up with the line on here and just presses into place just like that. Now you've got a little bit of the red armor pieces. So we've got this piece and this piece. So you want to pull this like this, they say. And there's the other one. And this piece here. and this piece here. They kind of match up with each other. So this one, however, has the little cross section inside of it, whereas this one is just empty. Now I think it matches up to the posts on this one. So this is one you want to put on here, because it'll go onto it goes onto there we go. So that fits onto there. Rotate the arm down, and then this matches up to there like so. And there you go. Now there are some gate marks in here. If I really wanted to, I would take those and knock those down. But being as they're kind of on the inside of the arm, I'm not too worried about the visibility of them. Now we've got some small red pieces that go on the inside here, and they have little cutouts that correspond with the little a couple little things in here. So this cutout and this cutout, and you got a couple little accent pieces that are on this particular one. So the smaller one corresponds to this, the larger one to that, and they just press into place there. Same thing on this side. And then we've got a front panel piece that covers this part of the arm, and it kind of pops into place there. And then this larger piece here goes onto the back side, and it's got two little spots here and a groove. The two little points there correspond there and press into place. Now, since it wants to go over this, we'll start with the one that they start with, which is they tell you to replace the hand that was on it with this one here. And then this is the back piece, the back of the hand, and it just pushes into place onto there, just like that. Now, I figured I'd take this a little bit of an opportunity, and we'll go over some of the other hands. This is the real grade hands that they come with them. It has a little bit more movement than just, they have the fixed hands like a lot of them have, but these also come with these movable hands. So, and one of the things I wanted to point out on this is in here you have a little bit of spring material in between these fingers that you'll need to cut away, and usually your snips are just a little too big to fit in there. So this finger rotates like this, this one rotates like this, and then you've got a little bit more articulation in these. Okay, it goes just like that, and then this is the backing hand that goes onto here, just like that. Okay. I don't use these hands a lot. They have trouble holding things when you want to pose them. They do have a little bit more articulation because this joint here where it connects into the arm is a little bit more flexible. Okay. And then this is your standard closed fist hand, which these are the ones I tend to use most. are the closed fist, the weapon holding hands, and there's another hand which we'll talk about here in a second. And that's this one here. And just like the other one, this just kind of fits on top of it. Only this one's just to show an open hand. This kit only includes one for the left hand, which is actually fairly common. Now, real final steps on this are, we need one more piece that I forgot to snip out, which is this one here. So we'll just get in here and snip out these pieces here, just like that. Now this one might be cause you a little bit of trouble because it's kind of behind a little bit of a lip on the piece itself. So in order to get this to fit properly, you might have, once you snip it out, you may have to go in here and clean it up a little bit. So this piece goes on first, and you notice it has little spots that kind of match up with this. So it goes, okay, just like this here. So it's onto the piece the way it should be. Then you have some pieces that we now need to put together. So this piece here has some black pieces that press into it just like that, and then one for the other side here. And then this piece we put together earlier. They press around this collar. And this one, just take a look here. Right there like that. So it pushes right up to that. And then this one goes around like this. And there we go. And then this, the hand, just pushes right back into that joint there, like so. You may have a little bit of, it's really tight fit in there. So what happened to me is as soon as I push that in, it tries to push this out. So it's a really tight fit in there. Now, last piece for this arm is this here, and these push into here like so. And then you have the spiky shoulder pieces that clip into these little holes right here. And there's little tabs on there. Just kind of pop and sits over top. So this has a little bit of articulation where you can see that those pieces underneath. Now, one thing I didn't really show on this one that I'm going to pop back and just show on a bare piece real quick for the other arm is the sticker. I think this is a little bit easier way of showing it. And the sticker goes on this here, and it is this one here, and there's one for each side. So it okay, and this is always fun, is trying to get these to fit the way that they're supposed to. And it goes right onto here, like so. And then you have number 12, which is this one here. Which goes right on the other side. And you just kind of match it up. Just like that. Alright, so I will get the other arm assembled and we'll move on to the actual full chest part. Okay, so just real quick, I missed a part before we move on to the torso. I missed one other little part on these guys, and it's just these little thruster pieces, and they just push in onto here. Just like that.